Welcome to Pathways of Hope. I am Lorna Campos. How many of you growing up have a place in your house where they mark you at least once a year to measure your growth, to see how far you've grown? Or during the pandemic, how many of you would look at the weighing scale to see the effect of too much staying at home time? Scales of measurement help us track growth. As I reflected on Luke 12:49 to 53, three key words came to my mind as possible scales of measurement for our spiritual life to determine where we are now, where we've been, and where we want to go. And these three key words are fire, baptism, and division. Fire. Many spiritual symbolisms for fire. The purifying presence of God, a zeal and fervor and passion for something or someone. And so when we look at our faith life, are we in terms of brightness of light and zeal? Are we a flickering candle, a warm bonfire, or fiery forest wildfire? Different degrees of light and warmth. Where are we? And where would we want to go? Baptism. Baptism here refers to the baptism of suffering that Jesus has to undergo. And the question for review for us today is our suffering self-inflicted? Is it part of daily life? Or is it suffering for righteousness' sake? Are we suffering because the consequence of personal sin? Are we suffering for a natural occurrence? We fall down, or the heat of the sun? Or are we suffering because we choose to stand for the truth? Division. Division is just a natural consequence of the gospel message. It is a hard message. It causes one to review one's life, and we need to make hard choices. And there is division because not everyone shares the same beliefs. So in this area, the measuring scale for us is how committed are we in living our lives? Do we have an unnoticeable commitment? A noticeable commitment, but people don't know why? Or a radical commitment? If people would comment on our commitment and the way we live our life, would they say, really? Unnoticeable? Or, why didn't you tell me? Noticeable. I knew there was something different about you, but I couldn't figure out why. Or, radical. You walk your talk. You live out your faith. Solid. If I would say it in the vernacular, I would say, pwede nga. Medj, iba ka. Radical. Our Christian life is a journey, and we would be in varying places in the scale depending on the season of our life. And today, I invite you to take time to pause, to review, and to assess. Where are we in these three areas? Let's acknowledge where we are now. Let's appreciate where we've been and the growth that has happened. And let us aspire for more. More of God. More for God. So the three scales, brightness of light and zeal. Are you a flickering candle, warm bonfire, or fiery forest wildfire? Present suffering, self-inflicted, natural occurrence, or suffering for righteousness' sake? Living out our commitment to Christ, unnoticeable, noticeable, but they don't know the reason why, or radical commitment. I pray that God would enkindle in your heart a burning fire to burn brighter for Him. I pray that you have more grace to endure suffering for righteousness' sake. And I pray that by the way you live your life, those around you would be positively impacted for Him. And as we review all of these, let us also today declare once more our allegiance to Him. I now declare my allegiance to you, O Lord.